Renewal Center. My name's Lucia Ferrara and I'm Director of Hospitality here. And today's recipe we're going to cook is pasta fagioli soup. So fagioli is beans, so we're going to make soup with beans. And these are the ingredients that we will need. So first, we're going to have, you can dice up probably just one onion, 1 or 2 little cloves of garlic, depending on how garlicky you want your soup to be. We're going to dice up or chop up some parsley. We're going to dice some celery, maybe about 2 cups of celery, and you can include the leaves too. We're going to have 2 15-ounce cans of diced tomatoes, undrained, and 2 cans of undrained cannellini beans. Now, if you cannot find cannellini beans, you can certainly use Great Northern beans. They're a smaller bean. I like the larger bean. The cannellini beans are larger in size. And you may ask, why is the fluid still in there? And that's because it adds volume to your soup, and you don't have to add as much salt. But if you need to not have a lot of salt, then I would certainly drain the beans out and then wash them with cold water or rinse them with cold water. And then we'll need 2 15-ounce cans of tomato sauce. And then you will need 2 32-ounce containers of chicken broth, okay? And about 1.5 cups of ditali pasta. That's just the type of pasta. You can use small shell pasta. You can use small macaroni pasta. Really, you can use any shape of pasta you want, but I prefer to use the smaller ones. So we are going to get chopping, and we'll come right back and show you how to put the ingredients together. All right, welcome back. We are going to add our ingredients together and start cooking this soup up. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my, turn my gas on here to probably medium heat, low to medium, and I'm going to add olive oil. So, and I'd say you can add a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Everyone needs a little bit of olive oil. So as the olive oil gets a little bit warm, we are going to put in our onions and the garlic, and I've already chopped that up. So we have about 1.5 cups to 2. Like I said, I used 1 medium-sized onion and a couple cloves of garlic, and we are going to let that cook until the garlic and the onion become kind of translucent, so this way it brings out the flavor in the dish. So we're going to just kind of let that sizzle, and as that's cooking, I can already smell the onions and garlic getting warm, and they're starting to sizzle a bit. It's really smelling really good. So we're just going to kind of give that a toss around a couple of times. brings out the flavor in the onion and the garlic and just that aroma. So you want to make sure you do that. It's very important. Okay? And as that is cooking now, you can really hear it sizzle. I'm going to add my chopped celery. So I'm going to add that. Doesn't that look pretty? I love that green color with the onions and the garlic. I'm going to toss that around, make sure it gets coated with the olive oil and the onions and garlic. You can really hear it sizzle now. I'll let that just going to kind of let it cook together for about 30 seconds to a minute, just so it opens up the flavor of the celery. Okay? It smells wonderful. Okay, we're going to add our parsley last. What I'm going to do is add our diced tomatoes. Give it another toss. You can kind of tell that the onions and even the celery are starting to get cooked down a little bit. I'm going to add our diced tomatoes. Okay. Give that a stir. Now remember, this recipe will feed anywhere from 4 to 8 people if you give them a bowl, about an 8-ounce to 10-ounce bowl of soup. But I tell you what, when you make pasta fagioli soup, you're going to get people going for seconds. So, especially the kids. The kids love the fact that there's pasta in it. So we're going to give that a little toss around. Look at that beautiful color in there. And it smells wonderful. So now we're going to put the beans in there. And I'm going to keep my liquid in there. Look at that. And I love the cannellini beans. I love them because not only for their taste, but their texture and the just the size of them. I think it looks pretty in the bowl, in the pot here. Okay, so give that a good stirring. Then we're going to add 2 15-ounce cans of tomato sauce. There's 1, and then here's 2. Okay. Again, give it a good toss here, stir. All right. Then we're going to add 2 32 ounces of chicken broth. And you can use vegetable broth. If you're on a different kind of diet where you're vegetarian or vegan, it's whatever you choose. You can use vegetable broth. I choose chicken broth because I believe it gives it a better flavor. That's just my taste, and not everyone has to have my taste. So here's the soup. Now we're going to add the parsley. Parsley just adds just a different kind of flavor to it, and it's wonderful. The aroma. You can really kind of smell the blended ingredients in the pot here. Okay, so then we're going to add our salt. And really, I'm not going to tell you have to add a teaspoon of this or a teaspoon of that. It's whatever your desired, amount is. Some pepper. And then I also like to throw in some Italian seasoning Italian seasoning kind of has a mixture of the oregano, the parsley, the basil in it. So now this I will say, maybe about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. Okay? It also has little bits of rosemary in it. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to cover this up for about 30 minutes, and we are going to let your pot simmer. And when we come back to it, it should be reduced down. So when I say reduced, it's going to be thickened up, and it's probably not going to be that much liquid. It's going to be a little bit less, but it's going to be a thicker consistency. So we're going to leave that there for about 30 minutes and come back. All right, guys, I'm stirring the soup here, and you want to make sure that nothing is sticking to the bottom of your pot. And I'm just stirring everything together, and it's boiling. We're going to let this boil for probably another 20 minutes so it continues to reduce down a bit and thicken up. And then we'll put the pasta in, so we'll be back. Okay guys, looks like our soup is ready. I'm going to put the pasta in. Like I said, about 2 cups. We're going to let this simmer another 10 minutes so the pasta is cooked, and then we'll be right back to serve. All right guys, we're back with the finished product. So this is our pasta fagioli soup, and it smells wonderful. And these soups are good served with, you can just have it with cheese and a fresh slice of Italian bread. You can make grilled cheese with it. You can really have, and it doesn't have to be a sandwich. It could just be eaten alone as well. So I'm going to serve it in my bowl here. Look at all those ingredients. It smells delicious. So, and it's a very hearty soup too. Okay. So this is our soup. Let that cool a minute. And you can serve it with a slice of Italian bread on the side. And sprinkle some fresh grated Parmesan cheese, or you could do whatever cheese you like. And there you have it. So, pasta fagioli soup on a nice fall winter evening. It's even better served the next day. You just heat it up in the microwave. And it's always a winner. So, and it serves a lot of people, and it's really cost effective because the ingredients really, it doesn't add up to a whole lot. So if you're on a financial budget, it works as well. So, and then you can serve it with wine if you like. I think today we'll have some red wine here. And just know that God intends us all to be a part of a bigger picture, and we have to come together to eat and drink together and fellowship and understand one another, even when we disagree with one another. So, but come to the table and come and eat and be merry and have a glass of wine, and we are going to have a little soup. We can taste it here. Get the beans and the tomatoes and the cheese, of course. It's good stuff, guys. So get the recipe and make your own pasta fagioli soup. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.